I don't like these at all. I think these are terrible. I'm not sure we're ready for this one because I'm doing a full lip breakdown of all the Dasique lip products, and I've got some brutal thoughts on some of these. Now, before we get into a disclaimer, I have majority of these lip products except one, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video, but I have been, like many of the other lip breakdown videos that I've done in the past, I've been using Dasique lip products for a very long time. In fact, their makeup in general has been in my heavy rotation, and I just feel like I see them a lot online, which is probably why I had high expectations for some of these, and I was maybe let down a little bit. But these are my personal opinions, my experience using them. I'm a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Kick it off, let's talk about the Juicy Dewy Tints, which I feel like these are very obviously one of their more popular lip products and actually one of my favorites from them. And these came out in 2021. And so the Juicy Dewy Tint is like an oil-infused formula. It has a bit of shine upon first application, and then when that wears off, it leaves a little bit of a stain behind. So because of that, I feel like it's a decently long-lasting lip product, and they do have really pretty colors in this formula. The main ingredients in this are like vitamin E and squalane, which keep the lips kind of nourished and moisturized and kind of maintain that shine. And my experience using these has been generally pretty positive. I feel like the shine stays for about an hour, and then after that, I'm pretty much left with the lip stain still on my lips. And I don't feel like these are drying on my lips, which, side note, I have very dry lips, so that's kind of a running theme in a lot of these lip breakdowns, but these are pretty universally friendly. I feel like I don't really have any major complaints with these. I think they're pretty, I think they're shiny, I think they are very wearable day to day, so I like these. I definitely see why people love these. I just realized I was waving around one of the Cream De Rose formulas. Which are these. I have two of them, and these came out in 2022, and these are kind of like a velvet cream matte. I feel the need to have to correct myself because this might become a little confusing, but the prefix Cream De, like Cream De Rose and Cream De Butter, is actually like the formula. So I keep saying Cream De Rose. In essence, I'm basically saying the Cream De. Dasique basically had a couple collections with the prefix Cream De, and then whatever the collection was, like butter or rose, depending on the shades and the fragrance, they changed the name. So again, to clarify one more time, Cream De Rose is the one in kind of like the pink beigey packaging. Cream De Butter is the one in the yellow packaging. They are the same product, just different fragrance and colors, and obviously packaging. So instead of just completely drying down, it does have a little bit of suppleness to the formula. The main idea behind these are kind of like My Lips But Better type of velvet soft mattes, and they also have rose water infused in them, kind of hence the name. And I'm hesitating about the hydration part because we're going to get to that in a second. But speaking on the colors, the kind of My Lips But Better, they're also very buildable colors. So unlike some other like soft matte tints that I've tried, these ones go on a little bit more buildable, a little bit lighter, so you can layer them up if you want, or you can sheer them out. So I do think that there's more versatility in that sense with these. And the shade subtleness also comes down to the lightweightness of this. These are very lightweight, and that kind of helps with preventing smudging and feathering that come along with other brands that have these like soft matte type of lip products. So overall, I like the idea of these. Performance-wise, to me, not my favorite. First of all, these just collect on my lips for some reason. They tend to like hit those fine lines and also like on the inner parts of my lips. So after about like an hour or so wearing these, I just think these look gross on me. So I don't reach for these. I also don't reach for these because the fragrance, that rose water in this is like perfume. It is so heavy. I feel like it gets in my mouth and then I'm tasting rose. So they do have other, like the Juicy Dewy Tints are fragrance as well, but I don't have that problem as I do with these. I cannot do the taste. Well, technically taste. I cannot do the scent of these. I don't like how these look after about an hour or so. These are just not for me. I realize the criticism against me is gonna be I'm not a matte lip person in general, which you'll hear me say a ton of times. There are definitely matte formulas out there though that I like. These are not one of them. The Water Blur Tint came out in 2022, and these are a better answer for that kind of like soft velvety matte that doesn't quite dry down, because these are a little bit of a different formula than I was used to and that I see a lot. So basically how these apply is they go from like water to like a soft velvet matte. Again, they don't actually dry down, but they don't look uber powdery on the lips, so the formula changes as you wear them. The idea of that is it kind of gives the lips a blurring effect, and for someone like me who doesn't like that kind of like matte lip look on myself personally, I actually don't mind these. I think that these are pretty nice. And I think it is because it has that initial application of being a little bit more wet. And then as it kind of transforms on your lips, it feels a little bit more comfortable. Another thing that I like about these is these are long lasting and they leave a light stain. I wouldn't say that these tint the lips completely like some other lip tints, but there is a bit of subtle color left behind. So I feel like they wear off a little bit more pretty. Now, because these don't leave a heavy or crazy stain, I do find these a bit more forgiving. And one of the things that I really like about these is they're also buildable, so you can kind of add on more color layers. Wherever you kind of feel like you need that balance, you can do with these. I like these. I think they're nice. I think that they are an interesting formula, and I do wish they had more shades though, because the shades that they've launched in the couple collections that they have of these, I haven't found one that I absolutely love. But yeah, maybe if they had more shades, I would be using these more. Now, moving away from the tint products, we're kind of moving towards more of the lipstick style products. So one of their newer products is actually the Melting Candy Balm, which came out in 2020. I want to say it's like 2023, but I could be wrong, around that year. They look like this, and I'm realizing I'm missing one. This is what they look like. They are one of those like clicking style of lip product. Now these are interesting because they have a hybrid gelling system, so they're supposed to go on a bit more smoothly and have an even application. I, however, did not experience that, and I think it's because these are so ridiculously soft. Now, they do have kind of like a melting effect to them, hence the name, the Melting Candy Balm, but I actually found that I did not care for that on the application. Reason being because these are so soft that they melt on contact, that if you don't have perfectly even application when applying these, it'll like leave chunks on your lips. Now, could you go back in and smooth them out? Yeah, you could, and then you have a really pretty lip product, but it's a little messy, I'm not gonna lie. For me, when I'm applying lip products, especially like this, I tend to apply them without looking, or I'm a little bit more, I don't wanna say haphazard, but you know, they don't take as much precision as like a lip liner with a lipstick. So I don't expect to need that type of precision when I'm applying these, and I feel like I do. Now, once the color's on, I really like them because I feel like they're a nice combination of a shine balm plus a little bit of a subtle color. So the colors of these are not as pigmented as some of those other syrup balms that I had tried, but I do like that they have a bit of sheerness and a bit more of a shine to them because these are heavy in the shine department. I'm kind of torn on these because I do feel like they're pretty, and I do feel like they're nice products once they're on, but they're a little high maintenance to apply them. All right, now I bet at this point in the video, you're thinking my thoughts have been pretty tame. Well, this next lip product, it's about to change. Water Blur Lip Pencil. These came out in like 2023, and I don't like these at all. I think these are terrible. Now, these are like I guess kind of a versatile lip product because it's advertised as being able to create a gradient lip with it. You can use it to feather out the lip lines or camouflage. You can also use these as base under lip products. They are matte, and they do have a couple like shading colors. So if you wanted to create more of a pouty illusion, you could with these. I think it's just because it's not designed for my skin tone. I am a bit more tan, so these just look chalky on me. The colors that I have, maybe if I pick some other ones, but honestly, I had the most confidence when picking these colors because usually that's the shade family that looks nice on me when it comes to Korean beauty, and these just look not good. Not only that, but they're so powdery, it looks like I ate a powdered donut, and not in a good way. And on top of that, because they're so matte, applying lip products on top of these, I don't think looks that nice. I think there's way better ways to achieve a gradient lip look, for me at least, that don't look like this. And the only one that I ever catch myself kind of using every once in a while is shade number 10, which I'm pretty sure is the contour shade. This is a concealer shade for me. So I use this to basically blur out my outer lip line. These are not good, in my opinion. And these are so highly rated online. I was just like, I'm clearly in the minority here, but I don't like them. The Mood Glow lipstick is a pretty like nice formula for me. These came out in 2021, and these have a high shine finish in kind of a lipstick lip balm type of product. They look nice and glossy on the lips, and I like, again, that color is buildable. That's actually a theme that I've noticed with these Dasique lip products, is that they have a lot of buildability to them, unlike other lip products which just go on with a ton of pigment. I also like that these feel a little bit more nourishing on my lips. They do have avocado and sweet almond oil in it, so it's gonna be a bit more soft and more comfortable on the lips. They're non-sticky. I felt like they spread nicely, and for being this style of lip product, I feel like they're pretty lightweight. So I actually don't have any bad things to really say about this lip product. I think they're nice. I think they're comfortable. I think they're pretty. These ones are very non-controversial for me. I feel like after coming off the Mood Blur lip pencils, I got nothing bad to say about these. We have the Fruity Lip Jam, which came out in 2023, and I feel like these are for a very specific person. Now these are kind of advertised as a multi-use type of product, so you can use these not only on your lips, but you can use these on your cheeks, although I personally think that these would be a little too glossy for my cheeks personally. I feel like my hair would just get stuck in them. So for the sake of this video and for the sake of how I use these, I'm just going to talk about their usage on the lips. These, kind of like the name implies, are supposed to be a jam-like texture, so they're a little bit softer and they go on a little bit more sheer, and again, they add a little bit of subtle color to the lips. And by subtle color, I really do mean subtle color. Like if you have any pigment in your lips, these aren't gonna look substantially more colorful on the lips. They just kind of add a sheer wash color. It was funny because they also said that these were kissable because they were non-sticky. I don't know who's kissing who with lip products like this on, unless you're trying to smear it everywhere. In my head, I kind of feel like these are more of a skincare type of product than an actual makeup product, so take that for what you will. But I more reach for these kind of like at night or kind of when I'm hanging around the house and my lips feel dry. I don't usually apply these like on the go if I'm going out, or keep these in my purse just purely because of the packaging. I don't reach my finger into a tub like this when I'm out. Last but not least, I have this cute little guy here, and I hesitated to even include this in this video because I feel like this is not quite a lip product, and it is the Mood Painting Lip and Cheek. This just came out in 2024, and it's this cute little palette. It has 9 shades in here, and there are different formulas in here. They have some more kind of like soft cream mattes, and they also have these 2 glossy colors. There are 4 different palettes available, and they're kind of designed so you can customize, mix and match, have your own personal colors for not only your cheeks, but your lips as well. And these have botanical oils in these to kind of keep your lips moisturized. I'm gonna be honest though, this is not very practical for me because this is tiny. Like this is a little palette. If I'm using these as a cheek product, and I typically use either like multiple fingers to blend a product out or a brush. I don't know if you noticed, I'm not getting a brush or multiple fingers in these. So like practicality wise, in that sense, I think that they're not really helpful for cheek products. And I also have noticed I need a ton of product to even get enough color onto my lips. Like if I'm picking one of these pans and applying it to my lips, I catch myself dipping in like 4 or 5 times until like I feel like my lips are efficiently coated, and I still feel like I could use a little bit more lip product. So I feel like I would burn through this very quickly. In fact, you can see I accidentally dug my finger into this trying to get enough product to apply onto my lips. I think I used like a quarter of that pan in one application. So price wise and like usage wise, I feel like I burned through these and it'd be very expensive. And honestly, the mattes are kind of dry on my lips, as like all mattes are, but I did feel like they were just a little dry. So now that we've gotten to the end of the video, let me talk about the one product that I do not have, which is the Souffle Color Pot. They literally just launched as I finished the script for this video. So if you guys want a more in-depth, like separate video on those, I could absolutely find a way to get my hands on those. So let me know in the comments section below. If I waited for every brand to finish launching products, I would never finish a scripter video. So I can either, like I said, make a separate video on them. Maybe I could do a little short TikTok. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, that you found this helpful. I've noticed you guys have been really enjoying these breakdown videos, and I plan on getting away from the lip products as well. So if there's other categories that you would like me to do, whether that's skincare or makeup, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Or if you want me to do another lip breakdown for another brand or another style of product, I would be happy to do so. And as always, I'm going to link everything down in the description box below with a discount code, so you guys can take advantage of that. It helps out my channel and supports me in a way. So I will link everything down in the description box below. And as always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!